Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this globe. This is David Bongo coming to you from Kono News Network. Today, I have a very important information to pass on. The President of Sierra Leone, retired Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, he has decided to recognize January 18th as Remembrance Day in Sierra Leone. As we all know, in different parts of the world, especially in Canada, US, there's a day set aside to remember and honor the fallen soldiers and also the veterans that are alive, to see how they can be recognized, motivated, so that those that are coming after them will follow suit. So for this, we want to thank President Bio for this particular initiative, which is really very honorable to our soldiers and the veterans. And Fambude Mina David Bongo, una good evening, una good morning, una good afternoon, any part of you find yourself in this world. At the canto, una from Kono News Network. Waiting again for talk about today na the big information where President Bio don't send to the Sierra Leonean community for say January 18th, we for recognize them as a Remembrance Day, especially the soldier man they don't fight for this for the country, the security officers they don't fight for the country, the one the way don't die and the one the way they are alive, for recognize them and for always remember them January 18th. So I get some few points the way I don't put aside for let we analyze the president in speech point by point, and then we will get question the way they ask. At the end of every topic, I will ask one question, and the question may not go answer them. I will left and give the public for let them find solutions to them questions. Then they again, I will be discussing analysis of President Bio's speech, the speech he gave for the Remembrance Day, which is January 18th today. And at the end of each critic or analysis, I will ask a question. And this question I will not answer. It will be left for you, the listeners, to find answers to those questions. Before I continue, I want to tell thank you to the one that we don't subscribe to this channel. Make una continue for subscribe, listen, una share, una also provide una your knowledge them. We go make we go before. Whatever I dey say na today na purely based on wetin I understand from the speech, and I understand say also I want to tell every Sierra Leonean say how we dey understand the message e left to we, and how we get for implement am back e left to we sef. So the first thing wey I want to talk to about na the things the way the president actually emphasized by in speech. So number one, I will start with this. The purpose of Remembrance Day. What the president actually emphasized on the purpose of Remembrance Day. What the president emphasized about honoring fallen soldiers and veterans. President Bio say we for honor the soldier man the way don't pass away and the one the way they are alive. The importance of remembering sacrifice, bravery, and national service. Also, how Remembrance Day connects the past to the present national identity. So President Bio inside his speech talk about what he make a really decide for let we recognize Remembrance Day. And then three things they also way a highlight inside in speech. He said for honor the one the way don't die and the one the way they are alive, the soldier man the way don't die and the one the way they are alive, and any other security person, civilians as well as all the one the way they na police or soldier we been done fight for this country, we remember them. And the next one is say the importance of remembering for be sacrifice, bravery, and national service for every Salon person. Also, how Remembrance Day connects the past to the present and national identity. We really need to forget with national identity. How the past they connect the present is very important. The Pekin they will not see the war. how we will see the war, how will they pass the message on to the pikin them. Now so themselves go get empathy for that and then go respect that history where they know able witness. So the question where I get for this particular purpose of Remembrance Day 90s, are Sierra Leoneans, especially the youth, fully aware of the meaning of Remembrance Day? Next, we go kind to tribute to veterans and armed forces. Recognition of current and retired military personnel. The president stressed that day very, very much. How we for recognize the present military personnel them and the one they will not retire. Also, acknowledgement of their role in defending peace and sovereignty. Again, moral responsibility of the nation towards veterans. The one day na the tribute the way it be give to the armed forces. And we as Sierra Leoneans, therefore make sure say we uphold the thing and the way the president talk, because it's very, very important for maintain peace and for also dignify the soldier man the way still they are alive, we been fed the war, and the one the way don't pass away. But the question where I get under this one, when a tribute to veterans and armed forces, this will be the question for this section. Beyond speeches, how well are veterans actually cared for in Sierra Leone? It is true and it is good to have a day set aside as Remembrance Day for veterans who are currently alive and those that have passed that fought for the country during the rebel war. So beyond all the speeches that we heard our president gave, how well are the veterans actually going to be cared for in Sierra Leone? This is a question not to be answered now, but to think about it. And I'm sure the president will listen, and then he also might have a way of thinking about them and then answer those questions. The next one I will talk about, the president emphasized on peace and national unity in his message. And in that one, strong emphasis on peace as a hard-earned achievement. He emphasized that. He also called for unity across political, ethnic, and regional lines. And again, warning against actions that threatens national stability. These are all geared towards building peace and sustaining peace. We as Sierra Leoneans must not just listen, but we must also help to enforce these dreams that the president have in this Remembrance Day. Yet again, I have a question. And this is the question. What practical steps can citizens take to protect peace, especially during political tensions? Wetin we go do, we the citizens dem, we wey na the salon pikin dem, wetin we go do for maintain peace, for protect peace, especially when we get election, when election time come. Let we not use election as war. Na that the president dey tell we. Let we not hate each other just because of politics. Let we learn to love each other, and we can belong to different political party dem, but we can play politics in a very decent way. The president also emphasized this. Lessons from war and conflict. This is one of those that the president emphasized in his speech. And in it, these are the following. Reminder of the cost of war. Let's remember within war the cost with. Lives lost, families broken, development delayed. Anytime we war come, people then they lost their life, family then they broke, and for carry the country go before, then they say go delay. Next, the need to never repeat the mistakes of the past. Let we not become angry to the extent that we're not able to forgive each other. We just go into the bush for begin for fete. Fete not the pay, it not go carry the country go before. So linking Remembrance Day to national responsibility. we all get a national responsibility and obligation for let we uphold this dream where the president don't come with, and we for make sure say we put them into practice. But again, as I said, I have a question to this section. Have we truly learned from the Civil War, or are old patterns returning in new forms? Let we make sure say we don't learn a lot from the Civil War, and let we not use them old trick them for solve new problems them at the present time. Next, we will go to this role of the youth. The president emphasized that again. The president did emphasize the role of the youth, and in it, he said the following: implicit or direct message to young people to choose peace over violence. We know say during election time, politicians and they use the youth them as political pawns for go and perpetrate violence and damage people them property them and do things that were not correct. Now go excuse me, I get a dog here with the back, so I will continue and I go left that. So as we do this, we for understand say youth them get a very big role for play. And if they understand what's in their role, they're not going to use, they're not going to allow politicians then for use them just for destroy or spoil people then property them. And again, the importance of discipline, patriotism, and civic responsibility is very, very important. We all get for make sure say we play we role as citizens for maintain peace, for less the peace is sustainable in our country. So the Remembrance Day, we want to tell President Bio Boku Boku thank you for that. Next, we will go to the question where I get for this section. Are young people being given enough opportunities to channel their energy positively? We want let the peace, let the young man them, young girl them, make them maintain peace, make them avoid violence. But are we giving them enough opportunities to channel their energy positively? That's a question we I will throw out there for the president listen and find out how we go solve that. The president also emphasized on security and stability, and in it, these are few things that I picked out. Reaffirmation of government commitment to national and regional security. Importance of professional and disciplined security forces and maintaining peace in a changing global and regional security environment. So the president himself is aware for say, for let's salon get peace, we neighbor themselves need for get peace. And if we neighbor then get peace, Sierra Leone will get peace. If we understand how for treat each other, we could know how for export that to we neighbors them like Guinea, Liberia, and every other part of Africa and the world itself. We need for live in peace so that every country will enjoy their own human rights. I get this question for ask. Do citizens feel safer today in Sierra Leone? And what still needs to be improved? So the next thing where the president emphasized na leadership and governance tone. Inside the President Bio said the following things. President's tone should be solemn, reflective, and unifying. Any leader where they inside Sierra Leone, not just the president, whenever you talk to your people there, when you talk to anybody where they listen to you, you words them, your tone for be very solemn, make it be appealing to people, you not for intimidate them. You want them for be reflective and then for be unifying to the community. So President Biode passed this message on, not just from him, but to any leader at whatever level inside the country, we for make sure say we know how for talk, waiting for talk, when for talk am, outside for talk am, and to order for talk am. Very, very important. And when we pass on message, we responsible for the message we will pass on, but we're not responsible for how the people then they receive them. So that make you where they give the message, you get for make sure say you pass the message in the correct way, in the right order. So this is the question where I get for this section. Should Remembrance Day remain completely non-political, or can it inspire policy actions? I will go on to my next point where the president emphasized inside in speech gaps and public expectations. Limited details on specific veteran welfare programs. Yes, now good idea for let we get Remembrance Day. But some things have been missing inside the president's speech. And if they listen to me or anybody else where they very close to the president, inside the speech, will not be get enough specific veteran welfare programs them inside our speech day. As we honor them on Remembrance Day, let we also try to get good welfare programs for them, veterans them. If possible, extend them to them families, them picking them. Also, this is the gap there where we and the public expectations. Expectations for action on pensions. The pension and where the soldier man and they get, they want the way they are alive or their families them. That's not something we will get for pay attention to. Healthcare and the recognition where they're supposed to get where they when are they right. Under that same gap and public expectation, I get this. The difference between symbolic remembrance and practical support. The symbolic remembrance not just for talk about and say yes, this na Remembrance Day, but waiting at the practical support for fill that gap for understand say yes, the president don't talk this and it really mean am. So we don't see it the actor now. We they send this message for let the president not say yes, these are some of the things that we don't pick from the speech. But then this is the question under these gaps and public expectation. What more should government, civil society, and communities do for veterans? Waiting we for do for the veterans then. We they see in other parts of the world how they honor veterans, how they make sure say then get the right thing the way they're supposed to get, and then give them the service where they due. Next I will come to this call to action for citizens. Wetin we as citizens of Sierra Leone supposed for do? The president emphasizes encouragement for citizens to live out the values of sacrifice and service. If we love our country, we therefore sacrifice for our country and we therefore provide the service where the country need. Respect for national symbols and institutions. That now one way they go and the president talk about. And he also talk about commitment to peace in our everyday life. Then this is the question for this section. How can remembrance values be practiced beyond one day a year? Again, how can remembrance values be practiced beyond one day a year? So then values the way the president don't talk about in his speech. And not just for be one grand day in a year. We get for practice some 365 days, 24 hours in the year. Every day, every hour, every second, we for make let we veteran them feel valued in the society where they dey. So before I come to closing, I dey play an excerpt from the president's speech. Then I go show now a very short video of former RUF commanders them waiting them talk in regards to the president in Remembrance Day speech. So let me listen to President Bio and then we will come back.
Internally displaced persons moving from place to place in search of safety. And when the war ended, some never returned home. Their villages were gone. Their communities dispersed. And their lives could not be rebuilt as they once were. When conflict comes, it does not ask for who you voted for, where you come from, or what faith you profess. It takes from everyone it breaks the weak, and it scars the strong. To the survivors listening today, including those who were displaced and uprooted, I speak directly to you. We acknowledge your suffering. Your strength matters. Your dignity remains the responsibility of the nation. We must also be honest with ourselves. As a nation, Sierra Leoneans hurt other Sierra Leoneans. Neighbors turned against neighbors. It was not only weapons that broke our trust. Our trust was also broken by fear, silence, and division. Acknowledging this truth is not about blame. It is about healing. It is about prevention. Healing requires forgiveness. Forgiveness for what was done to us. Forgiveness for what we did to one another. And forgiveness that frees us from being ever imprisoned by the darkest days of our history. In this first National Day of Remembrance, I ask for forgiveness on behalf of our nation.
So, as when I read the president, they ask for forgiveness. He don't apologize. He don't ask for forgiveness on behalf of all Sierra Leoneans. The things that will happen to we during that war day, we make Sierra Leoneans and don't scatter all over the world today. The president asked for forgiveness, and for build peace, it's difficult. And not they say for let people don't forget so easily. We're very difficult, especially the one the way they lost their family members, the one the way they lost their limbs. Them it's difficult for forget. But again, the president they say let we forgive, and I believe say that is very important for let we country go before. But then let we listen to three gentlemen that were in a prison, we not been part of the rebel war. Let we listen waiting and say, and then we will come back.
Hello, hello. Nous sommes M. Touré, nous sommes Bokano, and ex-SLE. Always today, and also, I'm sorry, Mr. Forgive me for living in a world of past alone. I belong to the organization we call it E.S.K. Forgive me. And even the members of the E.S.K. forgive me. So, thank you, welcome, it's wonderful day today. Follow you, remember, so we don't pass away. We lost the mama, we lost the papa, the sister, we lost the party. We just sorry to people alone. We just say we don't come together for the peace of Salon. No, hold the peace. Always say them, people Salon, forgive me and bother them. I was after 3 years now, I'm a member. So this is the work of the Papa says the word on. Yeah, so forgive me. And have mercy. Always thank you, Mama Salon.
Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends how you do. When you talk, my brother Morris, the San Kalon. I greet you now in the name of Allah Almighty. Yeah, I talk to people of Sierra Leone through network of veteran and Association for Peace and Development Sierra Leone Limited. I call on all membership to join me and kindly ask Sierra Leoneans to get a place in their heart to forgive me. Me, and I've been a member of REF. We fought the 11-year civil war. And during that war, Boko crime they commit. People they lost their loved one, people they lost their property, people they lost their limbs. We are brothers and sisters of this honorable forum. When I join me, I will ask my crime victim, the victim of the crime, and my passionate crime victim, that they get a place in their heart to sincerely forgive me. My brother, my Piki, Babu Shunade for true Babu Piki. When I join me to denounce violence and saloon, to denounce war, to denounce anything that can disturb the peace of people of Sierra Leone. War no good, war no good, war no good for we all. And I will say never and never again to war. By God's grace, there will be no more war in that country. They will all become peace ambassador. Thank you to the people of Sierra Leone and to the government. They will all hold peace with two hands. We are maybe the talk. I'm my brother, Maurice Salom. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Mijn familie extend my thanks and appreciation to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, President Julius Maada Bio, who indeed declared tomorrow the commemoration of the war on the 18th January. Yes, because I will recall where President Yankaba declared the war, the end of the war on the 18th January 2018 at New Airport. So my people in Salonga, and the people we extend condolence. The condolences to all the people who died during this 11-year civil war. I extend my sympathy to those who lose and pass them, who amputate them. I also extend my sympathy for the one who lost their property, the family, war no good. War is just about destruction. You know good. Any nation will find with war, so we are the people I talk to now. I don't know ever, never go back to war as alone. Lord, all join us together, work with the government of the day for consolidate the peace of Sierra Leone, and for the benefit of all Sierra Leoneans and even for the benefit of the unborn Sierra Leoneans. So we are my family, and forgive me for the crime, and forgive me for the crimes so that we have committed during the 11 civil war, during the 11 years of civil war. You are my people, and the people and forgive me for the crimes that we have committed. We say never again to war, never again to violence as alone. Lord, all join hands together and consolidate peace. So the one them, when are the victim of the war, when I amputate them past them, you are saying, forgive me. When forgive me, I beg you now. In the name of Allah, you forgive me. And I extend thanks and appreciation also for we, the President, will remember this day and call for all Sierra Leoneans for reflect, for commemorate the 18th of January, when Bagabami declared the war done. We say never, never again to war in Sierra Leone. Lord, all love yourself as Sierra Leoneans, love to Sierra Leoneans, the Sierra Leone first. Don't forget about tribe, about region, look at yourself at national level, as Sierra Leoneans. So we are my family, the big one once more. Don't forgive me, brothers, them, I say. Thank you. God bless alone.
Okay, so this na the three rebel leader then we then talk with respect to the Remembrance Day wey we president don proclaim. I believe say dem still dey na prison and Sierra Leoneans dem una don hear it and let the public decide. And before I close up, I go ask them questions then. Yeah, so Remembrance Day as a moment of national conscience. Actually, they're just rounding up thoughts then. We for use Remembrance Day as a moment of national conscience, honoring the dead by protecting the living and the future, and then also peace as everyone's responsibility. My final question inside here will be this: how do we turn remembrance into real action for peace, unity, and development in Sierra Leone? Again, how do we turn this Remembrance Day into real action for peace, unity, and development in Sierra Leone? When I would all listen to me, I tell una thank you. Before I go left una with this music.
This is Shaban's music, the hottest.
Sierra Leone, yes, I wanna do. Sierra Leone, yes, una kusha. We all are one, make we live together. Without peace, we no go before. Like your neighbor, no make palava. This alone, nine no more we get. For the sake of the picking, then let we make salon. What you don't do for mama salon? When they say water, you say for crop you back. And inside you they give peace a chance. Let we make salon. Anything you do, give peace a chance. Let we make salon. And inside you go, give peace a chance. Let we make salon. Salon man, how you they do? Salon woman, do ya kushe?
Let we hold each other tight, let we love each other, let we love the country. Let we get positive mental attitude for each other, and let we get positive mental attitude for the country. And if we love Sierra Leone, we will help to correct the mistakes in Sierra Leone. We're not for always the point hand and blame, we for always also find solutions to the problems. One thing we very common at Sierra Leone, we all the blame somebody for saying that they do wrong, but we not reflect on our own actions. So let we start for reflect on our own actions then, and see how we will use them to for solve the problems. So as we brother they sing, let we give peace a chance for next Sierra Leone. If you're a peace loving Sierra Leonean, you therefore actually shake hand with somebody where you feel say you and that person they not in good terms. Let we find way, let we get love now we heart. Now only that will make our country go before.
Sierra Leoneans will not listen well.
Again, this is a country owner from Kono News Network. Mina David Bongo, where they give una this news here so.
Stop the blame game like we make salon.
I want to tell thank you to all we Paramount Chief them na Kono District. I want to tell thank you to every other authority in Kono District. Let we continue for listen to each other. Let we continue for love each other. We all the faith for let Kono go before. I want to tell thank you to the mayor, to the district council chairman, to the SDO, again to the paramount chief them. For the day, let we all work together. We want for let we una dignity, let we maintain them. Una respect, let we maintain them. Let we make Kono become a paradise. Let we make Kono the kind of development we see in the other parts of the world. Let we put our hands together for help Kono for people. I dey dedicate this music to all Kono groups them, all Kono picking them, all Sierra Leoneans, whether you in Sierra Leone or you in the diaspora. I dey dedicate this music to una. I also want for tell thank you to the musician where God give talent for make this music. Let we listen to what brother they talk. The message inside this particular music is very, very solid. Let we listen to them, let we practice them. Correct. Let we not just point and finger upon people then, let we point finger upon ourselves. Let we solve the problem. Let we learn for be part of the solution. So let we give peace a chance. Any side you did, give peace a chance. Again, I want to passionately dedicate this to all with paramountship them in Kono district and to all leaders inside Sierra Leone. Let we continue to hold each other tight. Let we work together. Let we make sure see every chiefdom inside Kono district, every chiefdom inside Sierra Leone, that we all put hands together for help for build we nation. This na David Bongo, the cantoner from Kono News Network. Una like, una share, una comment, and anything where I don't say it today, if una not agree with them, una can send me message inside the comment section. Then we'll go address them in the next broadcast. Once more, una thank you, una good night.